awaken 178 years old country, build capacity of young Liberians, and create job opportunity, and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life. To answer these questions plus many more, John K. OK and Princess Elessa Vanche Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? The people come up here. I swear. I know we didn't eat here with me. The sun all made and they get it right. What's more like citizen cycling from free bowl? I was there to go and I is on sale with them bike. Yes, yes, we more than that.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you. Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you to us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. Not just say for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping people, the breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things. But we're not seeing changes. Conversations you made, you and your rescue team. We're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. I will like yama 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 yama. I give you all sama 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 sama. Mr. Rescue, I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
The people come up here. I swear. I know we didn't eat here with me. The sun all made and they get it right. What's more like citizen cycling from free bowl? I was there to go and I is on sale with them bike. Yes, yes, we more than that.
It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your your experience, but why you for us? So why the rest press now stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. Not just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of help people, they breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Since you made you and your rescue team. Say, we're not saying changes. You made your whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You rather give the rescue now than your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, running down Mr. Rescue.
A pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Ah, guess what? The people come and play. I know we they eat here with me. The sun all made and they get a husband as edition second for free bowl. I was there to you know it's say we the market yes say na
We the model stop playing by both running down Mr. Rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest press?
A pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Not just for the
What a wonderful way to welcome you to another great edition of Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM.
Everybody breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I hate to say you now.
We have a lot to talk about today, so however way you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to today's presentation.
You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. Say, we're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing.
We have news from Lofa County, and it is not a good news. Liberians are in panic, and
Tell me who you rather give.
everyone is looking forward to the government of Liberia to intervene in what's happening in Lofa County. So, however you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome. Today, I'm here with Jerome Roosevelt. We're going to take you on. He was not here yesterday, and today's Oliver is missing. I don't know where he is. By the way, we have we have tried to get him. He's not around, but we have a lot to talk about today. Lofa County, Solumba border, to be precise. We have the Guinean soldiers. They're there, and according to reports, just a few hours ago, they have hosted the Guinean flag there. So Liberians are in panic from that part of the country. So we'd like to say welcome. We'll talk about that more. The House of Legislature, the House of Representatives, also called for the arrest of the Ministry of Finance for Development Planning. And according to reports as well, it is over on paid salaries and benefits. So it is really crazy. All of these things are happening in Liberia. And our lawmakers are rather focused on their benefits and salaries while Liberians are in panic. This program is sponsored by Crime Stoppers Liberia. And of course, we're going to play, we're going to listen to words from our sponsors. We're sorry we're having some technical issues in studio right now. We're trying to work on the problems we're having. So that's why we're going the way we're going. But we're going to listen to words from our sponsors, and also we're going to take a very short break. After that, we'll get back here. Going to go strictly into the discussion of the day. Yesterday, we climaxed the show with something very comical, and you were not here at Jerome. But when we get back, I'm going to ask you about it as well. And we climaxed with just Delon's response to a lady who had reached out to him for help. And we also referenced the president's statement when he said one of his weaknesses is he really doesn't see the good in people. So we're going to talk about that shortly. And after which, we're also going to go to what's happening in Lofa County. It is really, really serious. And I think Liberians should get together at this point to understand that when you have a lot of unfortunate, series of events in your country, it is clear that that is a message to you, that the people you have governing, I don't know if they're really, really focused on the bigger picture as to whether you are safe in this country, protected or not. But we're going to get back to you, and let's take a few bars of our team song. After that, we'll listen to Crime Stoppers Liberia and Win Liberia as well. So if you're listening to us, continue to play Freedom Win Liberia cash giveaway. Dial *255*1# to play and stand a chance to win $100 Liberian dollars. Use $100 Liberian dollars to play, or 50 cents. And stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian dollars up to 25,000 Liberian dollars. I'm Princess Alexa Venture-Colley, and of course, Jerome Roosevelt is here alongside. He's going to talk to you in a few minutes. So let's take a few bars of our team song and get back to you shortly.
I just wanna ask you one question, that will you give the rescue?
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must take it. I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report from the center to interior. Crime Stopper.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your. My brother, God can bless anybody.
It's the Win Liberia cash giveaway on Freedom FM. Yes, the Win Liberia cash giveaway is here. For just 50 LD or 25 cents USD, you can win from 5K, 6K, 8K, and 10K LD to play the win.
My brother, God can bless anybody.
Win big today with Win Liberia on Freedom FM. Yes, for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents United States dollars. You can win from 4,000 Liberian dollars up to 10,000 Liberian dollars. And for 200 Liberian dollars or $1 United States dollar on Japa days, you can win from 15,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For these amazing prizes, dial *255*1#. Again, dial *255*1#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's Win Liberia cash giveaway on Freedom FM.
And the work we do will bring the rubber. Then tell me so many.
You know my woman at a pity patient? You can't call the kind of rep for her. You won't give her?
You not hear about CC Best Power Rest here. Whether you diabetes patient, you can stay in CC Best Power Rest because you not get no sugar, no fast, no salt, and you get very low carbohydrate. For wholesale, just go to Bannerville Road. Temperament Open Community, Town Hall Junction, and the people say $20 for bed, but you should be buying from 10 bed up minimum. For retail, go to Ken Johnson Road Tire Enterprise, and the numbers to call are 0880 45 28 46 or 0777 570453. And now $22 for bag. And you can also go to Bannerville Estate area D39. And the number to call is 0776 580 800. For more inquiries or mobile money, please make sure to call 0555 997676 or 0774 997676. That's CC and Case Incorporated importing CC Best Barber Rezo.
Okay, we'd like to say welcome back to Freedom Hope on 87.9 FM. Jerome, what's up?
Yeah, I'm happy, and yes, I am well happy. So thank you.
Why are you happy?
No, some things making me laugh. Yeah, when you read some of the comments.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you yesterday. And yeah, thanks to all of us as well. I actually monitor you people. But I'm saying thank you personally because you were concerned.
Someone boss me when I'm concerned.
Why I say thank you. Don't put me in sound. All of us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we are back. And if let me just say it, if you monitoring, you have to call another person to monitor whatever via Facebook. There are plenty of information, important things that Princess and I, Oliver will soon be here. And
maybe.
Oliver will soon be here, Princess. We will talk about. And all of the information, Princess, these are information that are truthful to the public. And the information that Freedom Hub will give you today, whether it's about Liberia, whether it's about the issue of Guinea, whether it's about the lawmakers and other issues, these are issues that you can use anywhere, and everything we say here will be factual.
Okay, so yesterday you were not here, and you listened, by the way. We had I think we had two major conversations, and one of the conversations we had, it was basically about the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Yuma Boakai. When he held the cabinet meeting, he said a lot of things. And one of the things that he said that we talked about yesterday was one of his weaknesses is he doesn't see the good in people. And we had our own views to that. We had our own opinions to that. I was basically on the side of being human, the human nature of it. And Oliver was on the side of a bit political, because exactly you cannot talk about the president without talking about politics. It is now going to be okay. So we're talking about that. And the second one we talked about was Dara's DeLon. This lady had reached out to him where she was in distress because her home was broken down, and she tried to reach out several times. It did not work out. And fortunately for her, or unfortunately for her, based on what she narrated, she had met him, I think, in town. And the way he responded, oh my God, she said she did not expect that. But you listen, and I don't know if I should play that just to hear you on it before we move on to what's happening in Lo-Fi County. Just before we play this, Lo-Fi County, I think it started, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I think it started yesterday. So we had news from Lo-Fi County yesterday.
And it's serious.
It is very
serious.
And
that is why I want you all to listen, because we bring you, whether you outside Liberia, we're going to bring you the fact. Once you listen to us, you cannot quote anyone. You should quote Freedom Hub.
Yeah.
Out of our camp, Princess, and
Yeah, so what's happening in Lo-Fi County is very serious. And that's why we're going to take our time to read different stories from Voice of Lo-Fi or other news outlets that.
no, what we're going to do, we're going to
that
bring
actually-
them. We are not going to quote anybody, Princess.
Yes.
We're going to bring the direct information.
Yeah,
And
straight
that-
up, straight
Yeah,
up.
and that
from
is
what's
why
happening.
I'm urging all of you to listen via radio, internet, whatever. Just monitor it, and you will get the
I've been
actual.
going to other
Yeah,
places.
so this is it.
Sometimes I
Listen.
went to the vice president house. I spent a whole day. I did not see him. But what happened, I reduced it in writing and then left it with his protocol. And the vice president, His Excellency, Honorable Jeremiah Kpankun, I saw Daros Delon. I went to the office. I couldn't see him. I went to the house. I couldn't get him. So when I saw Daros Delon on Kerry Street, I said, oh, thank God. I've been wishing to see Daros Delon because I wanted to who can be for Daros Delon and ground Daros Delon in a very community when he came to Tinga Village.
Okay.
So I was so happy. It is my second time meeting him on Kerry Street. When I was about to graduate from UL, I met him and he told me, oh, meet me to my office. But I went there several times. I was unfortunate to see him. But when I saw him on Kerry Street in a few days, I just regretted why I had to go around him. Because he blasted at me. He started who burned my house. Everything we told him our problems to him. So he talked, and what I remember telling him was, Papa, thank you. And in return, he told me, thank you, Mama. So I left. Yes, I've been talking to other people to help me, but even I
Okay, so this is exactly what we talked about yesterday. So what do you make of this? I mean, just in
Yeah,
a minute or two, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, I will not.
I'm sorry.
I will not want to waste my time on these things, Princess. You know, that is why, you know, there is no one to understand me. I live a life by a script, Princess. Every pieces of advice that, you know, my mother gave me, that's the script I'm living by. You know, one thing she said, she said, if you want to know somebody well, get that person close to you. If you rather want to know Princess, so sometimes I will go to her, I'll be praising some people.
Yeah.
She will not give me, she will not answer, but she listening. My mother will be listening. But after all the praises, that, she will say, young man, that person you're talking about, you won't know the person.
So
I think it's good.
we had our own fair share of analysis yesterday,
Mhm.
and I'm just going to go to this. So the House of Representatives actually ordered the sergeant at arms to bring the living bodies
Mhm.
of or I would say body of the Minister of Foreign not Foreign
Finance.
Affairs, Finance and Development Planning, and according to them, they had summoned him to explain why he should not be held in contempt for not providing their just benefits. And this is really, I don't know how to look at it, so I'm just going to hear from you first, and then I'm going to say what I think about it, because oftentimes I'm usually disappointed
Mhm.
in some members of the House of Representatives, especially when you have a lot going on, things that need crucial interventions, things that need critical intervention or attention, and then you have our lawmakers who are in fact representing Liberians, because across the country you have over 100 plus lawmakers representing different counties, different districts,
Mhm.
So with what's happening in Lofa County, one would have thought that would be just the order of the day, with our lawmakers just trying to give some level of urgency to what's happening there. But again, I mean, this is Liberia, and then you have the House being presided over by Speaker Rachel Cohn. So let me hear you. What do you make of this?
I Princess,
Mhm.
Liberia as a country is at a crossroad.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Sometimes when you hear people during the political period, when you hear the political messages, those political rhetorics, and when you listen to some of the folks who telling the masses or the people,
Mhm.
say, vote for me, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that. And you feel sorry for the society. You feel very sorry for the society, because almost 90% of the people that go in community or districts to talk to the ordinary people, they do not speak from their mind.
Mhm.
And that is why sometimes I say, before we, presidents speak, to the people on inauguration day or inaugural day,
Mhm.
they should not look for people. Somebody should not come and write inaugural speeches for presidents. Let people speak from their minds. Because when you're speaking from your mind,
You're going to be honest,
You-
yeah.
Princess, thank you.
You're going
When
to
you're
be honest.
speaking from your mind, you will be honest. And some of the things you promise, you will try by all costs, even if it is not 80%, but 70%. But mind you, in less than 2 years, today we see lawmakers sending the sergeant at arm at the finance ministry. Mind you, this is the same government that said they will be paying civil servant 2 times
Oh yeah.
in a month. They will pay people. They were bringing the American system.
Yeah,
They were
you don't
bringing.
have to wait for the month to
Yeah.
end before you get, at least 2 weeks in, or you get
Yeah.
your
They were telling us that they will pay 2 times in a month. If the lawmakers, the people who sound the budget, the people who can tell you, say, oh, Pole wants so, if they start crying for their salary, Princess, what's about the ordinary people? What's about the ordinary people? For the first time in the history of our country, from Ellen, Doe, Taylor, President Weah, it is Honor Joseph Boakai that the lawmakers, the speaker, sending his sergeant at arms here, go and bring the living body
arrest him, bring him here.
of the finance minister, because we have not gotten our benefits. Liberia is at a crossroad, Princess. It's shame. It's a shame. Look, the reality will show. I hear people talking about, the opposition are fighting, the opposition are talking, the opposition need to do this. There are certain people you just need to leave them, because we don't want them to find any excuses tomorrow. Oh, it was the opposition who didn't allow us to do this, we wanted to play this, we wanted to do this, we wanted to do that. The lawmakers sending their sergeant at arm to go arrest the living body of the finance minister because their salaries are not being paid. But mind you, the same lawmakers were wearing yellow
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
They were in yellow. They were wearing yellow. And it is a shame when a group of lawmakers join the presidency to violate the laws of the country. Because, mind you, the law of the country say any money, any contract above 200,000, princess, should go to PPCC. The laws are there. You should not violate the law. So before you build a structure or before you give anybody contract, let that law goes to the LACC, and then from there it goes to the legislature.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be by law. They said on there, Joseph Boakai didn't go to the PPCC,
No.
but then they got in yellow
To celebrate.
Some of them were hanging on the car like conductor.
This goes
Seriously.
Imagine your district lawmaker.
Yeah.
Is acting as though he is a conductor on one of
On a
these-
vehicle.
Oh Jesus.
And you can see when the car be running, the
car bonnet.
conductor,
It's a cowboy.
the car bonnet, the other man can be dragging that too,
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
on the car.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing. And mind you, one of the lawmakers that was hanging on the car from Grand Bassa County, that man collected close to 65,000 from a district account. Today, that money is under investigation.
The man say you won't keep it.
Keep working on money. You bank.
For safe keeping.
And everyone in this country is about interest, princess.
Oh yeah.
So when we say President Boakai violates the law, the lawmakers then say we are working in the interest of the country, so we wear yellow machine jersey. But when it comes to where they are not getting their salary, they want to use their power. You don't have power. They went to the finance ministry. Guess what? The people told them, say the finance minister is in meeting.
Yeah, they did not succeed.
Yeah.
They did not succeed.
The finance minister say are in cabinet meeting with the president. What do you do? Because all of you, I just feel sorry for the ordinary people, princess. And that's my view.
Okay, so I think when you have a leader who, I don't want to sound, I'm trying to find my words perfectly,
Okay.
but I remember prior to Richard Combs becoming the legitimate speaker,
Mhm.
yeah, we had a whole discussion here, and I think for more than 2 or 3 months we were basically every day we had maybe a few minutes just to talk about what was happening up there.
Mhm.
And one of the things I always talked about was when you're having a speaker, you need someone with a personality that speaks
Mhm.
for him. You need someone who has influence. You need someone to some extent who has some level of independence in terms of how they're going to go about one or two issues, even if they're in bed with the executive, So that was something I always talked about. And in my mind, I didn't think Richard Combs was basically that person because we saw exactly what happened, how violent he became, some of the actions taken. Those actions were not really actions that were pleasant, especially to our country's international image. And while we talk about all of those things, people thought we're being very political, and it was not even about politics,
Mhm.
but it's basically about just protecting the sanity of, the House of Legislature, since some of the lawmakers do not really care about that. So from that moment, I was clear, because imagine Speaker Buford Chambers, just the name, just the character, you understand who that person is,
Mhm.
right? Very responsible, and to some extent he understood a lot more about what was happening up there, and whether he was summoning somebody or not, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Mhm.
You had Fonati Kofa, one of those people who were very, very straight to the point, responsible again, and his personality up to today speaks for him as the speaker who was removed. Now we have Richard Combs. This man said he is what? The regime speaker. And he didn't say that one time. He said that a couple times. And he also said he is the reserved speaker. He said a lot of things that did not present him as someone who would be able to responsibly take over the House of Representatives, to be able to put, the interests of Liberians at the first on the agenda.
Mhm.
Because now, imagine what's happening in this country, Jerome. You have people in Louva County who are very afraid right now. people are scared. Some of the children were leaving their schools because they were like, hey, in Liberia, obviously we have a portion that's very gullible. People are like, oh, welcome you.
Mhm,
So we're wanting
mhm.
to go home. Imagine what's happening there. And we also have lawmakers representing Lo-Fi County, the different districts there. Then you have our House of Representatives. They're saying here we're summoning the Minister of Finance over our just benefits. So, like, what's happening in the country? Is that really? I understand that obviously you're talking about the staffers of the legislature and all that. So obviously people need their money to take care of themselves and all of those different things. But at the end of the day, when you have a speaker who understands the urgency to certain issues,
Mhm.
he will know exactly what to prioritize at a certain point in time.
And you have a budget of 1.2 billion,
Exactly.
and you crying for your salary
Exactly.
hasn't
So
been paid.
now what happens to civil servants, right? Let's assume that civil servants have not taken pay, for a couple of months. Let's assume. And now you have the House of Legislature. They're saying we're calling that fund out. Why I keep saying foreign?
You coming trial?
No, not really that. I want to talk about her when we're discussing the Guinea Liberia thing.
That is our second
Yeah.
point.
The finance minister, you're there summoning the finance minister to say we need our benefits and we need our salaries. Like, what is that? Are we really serious in this country?
And when you hear salary that gas been in the crying for,
you want your scratch cards,
Big
you
guy.
want your gas slips, you want your way again. And I know, but you want your how they calling it. Is that really urgent at this point in time with what's happening in the country?
yeah, what we're talking about Guinea,
Yeah.
we're talking seriously. Then you're coming
Guinean soldiers, according to report,
Yeah.
have already hosted their flag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if there's new update, but if we have any new update, I guess we're going to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Khan is calling us.
Yeah.
Should we get him on?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? I don't know where you are supposed to be on. So if you're not, please call us on. You can call me on my personal WhatsApp and then I'll have you on.
Yeah.
If not, I don't know. We told the people say you go somewhere. So imagine what's happening, the urgency that should be given to the situation in Lo-Fi County. But no, our lawmakers are saying, hey, Mr. Finance Minister, you are summoned because we do not have our salaries, we do not have our benefits, and that is very important. How important can that be when you have your citizens in panic and they think they're unsafe, they're unprotected in their own country? So this is not something that people should actually play fun with. Our lawmakers seem not to be way more serious when it comes to putting the interest of Liberians first, because if they're really, really compassionate about Liberians, if they are congenial about what's happening and they want to be able to show some level of congeniality, they will be able to say, hey, there's something happening in Lo-Fi County now, and I think we should summon the people who should be able to sort out, all those different issues right now. But no. So, Mr. Khan.
Good afternoon, Alexa, and let me say good afternoon to Jeroen. And I want to apologize that I'm not in studio in person.
Papa.
But it is a nice conversation.
Welcome.
Now, listen, look, here is the situation, and I want our people to be very, very careful.
Mm-hmm.
When the father is ignoring the fact that the children in the house, the children are hungry, when he's ignoring the fact that the children are out of school, when he's ignoring the fact that the children room leaking, and the only thing he's focusing on is the fact that the community beer price go up, then there is a trouble.
Mm-hmm.
There is a serious problem when the father of the house is not concerned about the children being out of school, the children not get food, the children room leaking. But the only thing he's concerned about is why mom patient increase the price of beer in the community. That's a problem. And that's exactly what you guys are discussing.
Mm-hmm.
That is what our lawmakers are doing. Why would you want to invite the executive, i.e. the Ministry of Finance and so forth, to come and tell you why your benefits are not coming when there are plethora of events happening in the country that warrants legislative oversight?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the reason why this government did everything to remove Fonanti Kofa, because in their mind, there will be a time for Kofa will directly get involved with bringing the government feet to the fire. And this is very pathetic. That a Rete who call himself the purported and regime speaker, whatever, will refuse to address issues relative to the growth of the Liberian people, but instead will choose to use his office to ask the executive to tell him why they're not giving their gas, why they're not giving their other benefits. This is very sad. And I feel sorry for those of us, especially other Liberians, who think that the solution to their problems lie directly with the legislature in this government. It's very unfortunate. And I'm just sitting waiting patiently, monitoring. For the second segment, we have to do with what's going on with Guinea and Liberia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a serious national issue where the lawmakers should be calling on experts.
Security experts.
Yeah. National security experts. National historians. To give us update as to what is obtaining in Lofa County. To have an appreciated, level of conversation where citizens who are deeply rooted in the subject under discussion will contribute meaningfully to what is obtaining. I wait for the second segment, but hearing that the lawmakers are inviting Ministry of Finance and they're only complaining about their gas and other benefits not being given to them. I mean, it's sickening.
It is.
It's very sickening. These people pass budget in less than a day. People look at Oranto due, the Oranto oil due, for in the morning to in the evening the pass is due. They sit at the will and caprices of the executive. Joseph Parker and Jeremiah Cohn went for yellow machine, yellow machine, where even the machine chain got mud on it. They brought the machine in the country. You had Tifa, you had Richard Nangbe Coons, Tico, and other people wearing yellow, clothes to go to Freeport and go celebrate. When you place yourself, the people say, when you pour yourself into tomato cup, they will dish you up with bamboo stick. The lawmakers have given up their integrity. Where you ever saw lawmakers go wear yellow suit to celebrate what the executive was able to achieve? By the way, these individuals should be asking, how much y'all buy the yellow machine?
Sure.
Where y'all got a yellow machine from?
Talk about
PPCC, how much Liberia will be paying in interest?
Mm-hmm.
What is the deal? We hear a yellow machine, y'all buy it, and the machine will not Greater Road. The machine will be there to Greater Road to go to Putu Mountain to do mining. We are told the money you want to do, the yellow machine you're bringing, most of the truck will be hauling the iron ore from Putu Mountain to carry the Sando Port. Lawmakers who are of integrity and good understanding will be focusing on it. But they're not focusing on it, they're asking for gas. They're asking for stress card. This is appalling. And I hope our people listening in the different districts will know what the lawmakers are into. This is appalling. That nonsense they are on. Richard could sit on there. He's only concerned about putting in the billboard, Sambo, or in Barnaby to show that he's working when he's doing nothing. You understand that? When he's doing nothing. What? Look, if these guys were respecting themselves, Gaffan will not respect them. They are entitled to their gas. They are entitled to other benefits, which I agree on. If they were respecting themselves, Gaffan will not respect them. Gaffan will give them their benefit on time. But you see this life, the way you parade yourself is how you will attract the respect that you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
When you respect yourself, people will respect you. They don't respect themselves. If they were respecting themselves, the Ministry of Finance will not outruin them. These guys have the power to even tell Joe Parker that we have no confidence in Gaffan. Gaffan cannot be our Minister of Finance, and Parker will have no other option but to replace Gaffan. But the mere fact that they will sit down, leave their legislative oversight, their representation power, their lawmaking power, and jump in yellow suit to go celebrate yellow machine, machine at the province center. You think that's going to take us serious? So I don't want to waste the time. Let our people call and make that input. Then we'll go to the main topic. My concern is what's happening in Guinea. That's my issue. What happening to the border? What happening to the border? Joe Parker was in the country telling Liberian people, go on and make it a new lane. But the Guinea soldier, you told yourself, man, before we talk, carry your flag back. Liberia will put a tail between their legs and carry the flag back. Where is Afoya? Where is Afoya? I ain't gonna jump in that topic. I don't want to jump there.
Yeah, don't jump there.
You know,
Papa.
that's why I want to speak with the first. That's why I want to speak with the first segment, because the second segment, I want to say that in that topic good.
Don't worry.
Good. I want to say that in the good. You know, so on the issue you're raising, what lawmaker want to ask for the salary, gasoline, other thing there, the way you respect yourself, how people respect you. They don't respect themselves. That's why Gafon, Joe Parker ain't respecting them. The day they start to respect themselves, they will start to get the necessary respect that they deserve. I'm listening.
Well, okay.
So the cheap gas in your car,
so you just listened to Oliver. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
you just listened to Oliver, and yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And this is something that warrants anchor.
Yeah.
And it does because the people you have elected to represent you, the people we have elected, in fact, to represent us there, you know, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I don't want to say they're jokers, but the things they do, it tells us that they're acting as though they're jokers, because you cannot have lawmakers. I remember we had a conversation, I don't know if it was last week, when exactly these lawmakers wore the yellow suits. And I was like, before I would have said I'm sitting or standing on the leap of faith to say I'm trusting in some members of the House of Representatives. But no. Imagine you have lawmakers who are to be feared in a very good way, by the way, who are to be feared, but they took upon themselves and they were like, we need to celebrate this. You are not on color day. No. You are now a teenager to say, oh, since we have received I don't know how many Earth movie equipment, so we have to celebrate. Hence, we have to do a holiday.
They were calling pickup yellow machine.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about all those, you know, because I don't think it is even needed. But you have lawmakers who are to represent you, who are to have oversight on a lot of things that are happening. Those people wore yellow suits. They didn't care about how Liberians are going to see them. They didn't care about how their constituents are going to see them. All they cared about was, we need to, you know, please the executive. We need to please the president. So we need to appear as, you know, people who support exactly the arrival of these different Arab movie equipment. And that was one of the silliest, you know, decisions. I don't know who actually, but again, when you have Rachel Coon presiding, what do you expect?
The regime speaker.
Exactly. He said he is a regime speaker.
And interestingly, it was on session day.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
On session day.
How can you have serious people who are to make sure this country is governed in the right way possible, that when the president is not even governing where they have the power to say, Mr. President, through the executive, this is not exactly what is happening. You know, our people are crying, our people are suffering, and we need answers. We need to ask you all these different questions. No, the people disregarded the fact that PPCC was disrespected. They disregarded the fact that, you know, that the laws of our country were disrespected as well. And all they cared about was, we need to be present to support the president. We need to be present to support the arrival of these different machines in the country without being critical, from the speaker to the deputy speaker to lawmakers from different districts. All of them, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them, they sold themselves very cheap. So moving forward, no one gives you the respect you need. And this same speaker had talked about losing the trust of the people. You have already lost the public trust, and there's no going back. You cannot have serious issues, serious things happening in this country, and you forgot about it 100%. And you are saying to us, Mr. Finance Minister, we need, like, what is that?
Princess,
At this point,
somebody said the yellow machine should pay the
I agree. You're selling your chaos. I agree. But on a more, Oliver sounded very angry, and it is justified.
No, the reality makes
is
you
justified.
Angry,
Yes.
and especially when you, one of those persons that told your people,
Yeah.
don't do this, and they decided to go ahead with what they wanted to do, and they elected people who do not respect the laws.
Exactly.
And that were the problem.
Imagine lawmakers who are to make laws.
Yeah, violating
They
the
do
law.
not even care about it. They are violating the laws they're supposed to make.
And like all of us said, the second segment will be very serious.
It is
and
serious.
we're going to read a couple of comments as well, Princess. I'm talking about not now. After we are through, because we want every Liberian to be inclusive of this. Yeah, because it's a very serious issue.
Very serious
where
issue.
The information we got, like the Liberian people and the Liberian government and Princess put their flag there, the Guinean army king there and say your money nonsense for you.
That's time for a friendly
And then
match.
they go pull their own flag there. That's the information.
Yes,
And
so we're going to go to our phone lines very shortly. But before that, again, I would like to say, Liberians, I know you are saying 2029 is away, but whenever you're making decisions, you need to be very thorough in your thoughts, because the people you're going to elect as lawmakers, as representatives, if they're going to play in our faces, then we need to make sure that they do not return to where they will be saying we want our benefit when people in fighting some kind of way in another county where people are scared. We don't need
your friends call it meeting of emergency.
Then you say
they kind of
say we want what kind of people
Then you say Makiazo.
Let people not see you.
Let all of us say.
I swear to God.
Your children don't get food to eat.
Yes.
But you fighting.
Yes.
For yourself.
They're not serious. But call us on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Or if you're not in Liberia and you want to reach out to us via WhatsApp, +231 86 500 104. Call us. Let's talk about this. And after here, we're going to go to the next topic, which is very.
Are you feeling for your lawmakers? Are you sorry for them that they have not been paid? Are you sorry for that? You feeling pity for your lawmakers?
Yeah. Are you disappointed?
Yeah, that your lawmaker who's supposed to be, for you, they are not being paid. They're crying for their salary.
Exactly. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, go after the Freedom FM and let me say hi to the good people of River County.
Go ahead.
I'm Ricky Chobe. I join you from Kidibo County and River County. The government says something in the agenda to do it at 2023. They said they came to rescue us. Now, let them open it down and put a flesh.
No, we're not on that conversation yet. But thank you. Let's take another person. We're discussing our lawmakers who have they've disregarded what's happening in the country from Lofa Guinea border, and they're basically just focused on getting their benefits and salaries. So let's talk about that. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 1 minute quick.
I want lawmakers, they are jokers. They are not serious. We told Nigerian people we should vote for a rebel president. We just put people in power to do a reset. We are seriously happening in Guinea. They call my prime minister to come and to get a benefit. So further now, I'm waiting for them.
Okay.
We'll see what the 2009.
Okay.
Okay, we have this person. Hello. Do we have? Can we take? Okay, I think we have this person. Hello.
Hey Alexa, how you doing? How you guys doing, man?
Well, okay. Let's hear you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. My name is John, and I call you from Delaware. Okay. Alexa, the thing our lawmaker are doing, the thing you see them doing, my brother, or my sister and my brother, is so embarrassing. It's so shameful. We're talking about issues that are happening in Lofa County, for which they're supposed to call national emergency or call an emergency session to see how they can pull a delegate to go meet with the with our Guinean counterpart in Conakry. They're there fighting for salary.
Exactly. Imagine.
Wait, this is so shameful. This is so shameful. And this is happening in Lofa. It's only happening on us sleeping and we JMB. It's happening in your own town, in your own county. We're in trouble. 2029 for right now, for me, I just feel that 2029 is like 15 years from now.
Oh.
Yeah, now every day I woke up, that's how I just feel. Because these people, they're destroying our country. They don't care. The only thing about what goes in their various pockets. It's embarrassing. It's shameful.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Let's take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, Alexa, good evening and a good evening to Alexa, you guys are just flat out these things. Marine Rumi Musa G. Brown. Look, Alexa, from the time you saw this speaker and they start to march, this speaker is every 1 or 2 weeks, he will take a delegation to the executive mansion. Every 1 or 2 weeks. Are these people serious people to push the agenda? Are we saying that they're supposed to be antagonists to the executive? No. But these people should be the people to shut the borders. To shut the border, to make sure correct all the wrongs. To our legislation, to our country. But these people continue to exhibit behavior that they are the executive. It's not serious because look, the whole Yellow Machine saga started with fraud, lies. This issue did not go to PPCC, and then our legislators are supposed to be holding the executive to account for the people's money, the people's trust. Wore yellow suit. I saw my own picking Tomo Fala. He wore big gun. Big man. Yeah. I can't understand. It's so laughable. And that's just one of the reasons why maybe the Guineans say, but the people not get zero people.
Oh, we're gonna get to that conversation very soon.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
calling. Let's take calls from our people here in Liberia. We're gonna take like 6 more calls.
Good afternoon, Alexa.
Hi.
And Oliver on the telephone.
Oliver is on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. And good afternoon, Oliver Khan.
I will answer for you. Hi.
And I called from a propos corner, down Coast Phone Hill, Winter Community. During Roosevelt and Leicester, you people said it all. Am I hearing that the speaker of the House ordered the Sergeant of Arms to report the living body of Gafwan to be incarcerated for not getting a wage of their benefit?
You're not sorry for your speaker, the lawmakers, you sorry for them?
During Roosevelt, how can we have been sorry for them when the final minister just passed 1.2 billion budget? We are not even going the first quarter of the year, and today the people are complaining about their salary. Yeah, is that 1.2 billion a true budget? Or is this the 1.2 billion a mirage or another lie to us again?
Okay.
People.
Thank you. That go to Princess. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello.
We don't have the luxury of time.
No, we don't. Go ahead.
Hi, Alexa.
Hello. Ajerum is here as well. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And Oliver on the.
Okay. Hi,
Oliver.
Alexa. Hi, Aljiro.
And Oliver.
Well, I just want to say this, to these guys, where we take to be responsible people, and they don't want to see the welfare of Liberians. Those so-called lawmakers, you see, that is the reason. If you don't take somebody with the kind of experience that went to school for some of these things, you just take a high school graduate like myself and put them there. Everything they're going to do is just about high school play. So these guys called lawmakers and senators, any problem in our country, they will be the first who will wipe out. Don't say something will happen to them. Because we're going onto the border, they're supposed to start opening their mouths and start talking. But right now, some of us who live in the diaspora, our whole system is vibrating right now about our people. But these guys don't care about the country. But come 2029, if we would take the lawyers then to put them there, or we take people with experience, other folks will keep them in the House of Parliament. But not these fools. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any call on our local line? Let's have that. So at
Hello?
about 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Elisa,
Yes,
our
Mama.
Lord neighbor there. Majority of them will go back.
Oh.
One them my Lord neighbor. Let me inform you on the radio. Marco Tomo, I know you better have. You can do all your protest. You're not going back there to now.
But you sorry for the lawmaker, the man get
For
paid.
what? For what? I tell you, for what? If they're not serious, Marco Tomo, do all your run around play. You're not going there to now. The legacy of good of what I go protest. You're not going there to now. I know you better have group. You're not going there to now. Where are your money there now? You're all on social media. You want to put it. But I'm the town when you want to put time for the salary. You have grades. If you go, Marco Tomo, you go there again. Thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have Edmund. Hello, hi.
Thank you, Alaska. How you doing? How Jeremiah coming on?
Yeah,
Well, okay,
all right.
go ahead.
We all right on behalf of Oliver Khan.
Oliver Khan.
I'll put you aside.
Oliver Star. You don't know where he is.
The very
But
Baghdad.
you know, this guy named Pat, the $1.2 billion budget was 4G.
Oh yeah.
4G.
Oh
How
yeah.
can they apply?
And the
How
question
can they apply? When we were asking them that there was a need that you do due diligence on this budget, don't mind Regine speak up. They didn't listen. They are breaking down the homes of the very people that voted for them. What are they saying? Government are making new land. None of them speaking out. They are unable to invite the public white minister and all the officials that are responsible to answer to them because they are displaying their people in their own country. They are quiet. But because now you come to them now, they're shouting all over. I want my scratch card. I want my gas plate. We are not functioning. So it only about you. That's why we are aware that our constitution says we should put the money in the elected and the official or appointed official pocket. It belongs to you. But you should be able to look at your citizens when they are failing the situation. Because the father minister cannot tell you, say, you only raising money to put 100,000 each on Bwaka credit card, then the other people cannot get their own benefit. This is why I'm calling for you to be arrested and locked behind bar the way the lap of King beyond bar for 6 months. I support that. But here is what's happening. The government is struggling. Didn't get money. They've been covering it. They've been covering it. The truth has come up. You know what I mean? For so long, they can't pay the people's scratch card, their gas today, and even the staff that are working there, they can't pay them. But that government be arrested and brought and answer to why they are not being able to pay our lawmakers their scratch card and their so because the constitution provided that. You cannot only get the worker alone. But while we are calling for that, we are asking them, why you don't want to talk for us too?
Oh, yeah.
Worker running behind us. Worker putting on us. You not saying anything about it. We want you to talk. Here we are. You didn't have declared war on us. Where are we? Where
No,
are
they
our
did not declare.
No.
that you brought
For
here?
the record, Guinea has not declared war on Liberia. Please, just just for the record to be straight. So we're gonna take 2 more calls, and after that, we're gonna take a very short break. And when we get back from our break, we discuss the most trendy story in the country right now. Hello.
How you doing? Let me get your number, man. You think you're getting people hard time?
What think you mean hard time?
What to say this for our area to buy?
Go ahead, Pops.
The worry, my worry is today's session should be emergency call to the defense minister for the issue that went on in Lofa. But nothing go on. Where are we? Where are we? What your brother, what you are doing today? So someone, the defense minister, to say that we are hearing different things in our country here, especially in Lofa. When the meeting for today, we need to someone, foreign minister, to arrest him, and the only agenda they get. Women, they are not care for this country. Thank you. May God bless you people.
Thank you so much. We'll take the last person on this discussion, and after that, yeah. Hello. Oh well, your line is so we're gonna take a very short break. We don't have time. It's already 5:20, so we're gonna take a break, and when we get back, we're going to talk about what's happening out there in Lo-Fi County.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't tell her in your hands for your authority. That it can't take your love it. Crime stopper here for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't tell her in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your love it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper.
Would like to say welcome back to Freedom Hub. Now we are going to go straight to Lo-Fi County to our correspondent from there. Emmanuel Sua is in Lo-Fi County. He's going to talk to us shortly about what's happening there before we have our analysis on what's happening. Hello, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great this afternoon.
So a lot is coming from Lo-Fi County, and we've seen different updates from different news outlets, Voice of Lo-Fi and the rest. They're talking about the Guinean soldiers have raised their flag around the Sodoma border in Lo-Fi County. So tell us exactly what's happening there. Like, what is it?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me this hour on your platform to let our Liberian people know what is happening in Lo-Fi County, to be precise, Fuya Secretariat District at the Solomba Port of Entry. And so all this began last month, and early March, the Internal Affairs Minister, the County Anthony, and the County Superintendent, J. Lavlo Masako, have an engagement with the Guinean authorities on grounds that some equipment from the BK Enterprise was seized by the Guinean authority. So they went to have this dialogue. So after having the dialogue, those that came with the Guinean authorities said they're going to have a meeting and they will get back to the Liberian authorities to tell them what's the outcome. And so on Saturday, the minister also came with other delegates to have the same dialogue on the grounds that the people said the machine that was seized.
Is it the Minister of Internal Affairs or?
Yeah, the Minister of Internal Affairs, now local government. Yeah, Honorable Francis Saklanyi Malin held this meeting with the citizens of Guinea, the sous-prefect, the prefect, and other hierarchies from the military, the police, and other security apparatus. So they have this meeting, which was fruitful, and they left. So on yesterday, the Guineans crossed again to the Liberian soil with arms in their hands. So they were resisted by a few securities we have, more especially the immigration officers, that you can invade our territory with arms in your hands. If you are just coming for a visit, then we will allow you, but with arms, we will not allow you. But forcefully, they get on the soil with arms in their hands. So that was done yesterday. On this afternoon, this morning rather, the same Guinean armed men crossed again to the Liberian soil with arms in their hands, with a flag pole, a hand pole, with the Guinean flag. And so they dug the holes and they mounted their flag this morning. And so that has raised a lot of concern from our citizens here, that what is happening is not too healthy for those who are living around the border. So as we speak, the youth also from that end mobilized and went to the border, also hosted the Liberian flag. So as we speak now, we have two flags on the Liberian soil, the Guinean flag and that of the Republic of Liberia, also at the Salaba port of entry.
We get a report that Gegedu is one of those places that this thing is happening. You spoke about youth. Have you seen any presence of AFL soldiers?
Well, our AFL soldiers from Liberia, none of them there yet. As we speak right now, you have civilians youth who are vulnerably doing this on their own with no protection. They are doing this because of the disadvantages and advantages that they are seeing happening, that they will not sit as a son of the soil to wait for authorities to come in. So they will do theirs, and maybe like it is on all social media platforms now going, then authorities will take here to come and see what they will do to calm the situation. But all of the civilians that are there, none of them have not even a cutlass in their hands, maybe to retaliate or to revenge with anything that will happen then later on. They are just there on their own.
So has there been any presence of officials of our government there? Because you talked about a prior meeting was held and it was fruitful. So has there been any presence of, Francis Humale or other government officials in Lofa County since yesterday and today?
Well, we are yet to see them. Maybe they will arrive later on, but we are yet to see them, because as we are looking at the situation, I know they will not sit to see things going out of hand. And they have to come, or maybe send in plugs it that we calm down the situation. But as we speak, they are yet to arrive at the scene. The youth are there and guiding their flag as they have mounted it already, and so that it will not be mounted down by the Guinean authority, as they are also there guiding their own flag also.
If I got you right, you said initially there were a couple of officers who stopped those immigration officers who stopped those Guinean officers initially. How did the Guinean officer or army soldiers, I would say, enter? Did they shoot any gun to fear with the immigration officers? Did they shoot, or was it?
How
did it happen? Or the Liberian immigration officers, because of the presence of the Guinean army, just allowed them to go? Did the Guineans shoot any gun?
Well, the Guineans, we did not hear a gun shout by the Guinean armed people. But the immigration officers we have there, these are they are not in numbers.
Okay.
When you check, maybe 4 or 5 in numbers that are at the checkpoint.
So
And
meaning
they
there was no resistance.
No, they were not resistant. They are not resistant because you resist somebody when you are equipped like they do. But you are standing with empty hand and the person having rifles in their hands with her artilleries. You don't stand them, maybe, So they crossed the water and they came to our soil. They did what they could and they left on their own. And they went back to Guinea. On this morning again, we saw them coming up with a flagpole and the flag had been mounted on the Liberian soil.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel Soa. Thank you so much for the update. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's always my pleasure to give you what is happening in our locals here in Lofa County.
And please stay safe.
Thank you.
Okay, you just listened to Emmanuel Soa there from Lofa County. He just gave us an update of what's happening there. Wow. All I can say is I am flabbergasted.
Bagu, you sure?
I am really shocked that I don't know, but Mr. Khan, you said I'm gonna call you, why you can call me? But anyway, you just listened to Emmanuel Soa, and I would like to hear from Oliver first. But just to recap or to summarize what he said, there has not been the presence of any members of the armed forces of Liberia. No, according to him, we just have just a few people from
that the real land we're gonna take in there.
Yeah, from the immigration, 5, 6 probably, and they were not armed. They were not equipped to be able to resist those Guinean soldiers. According to him, the young people there actually resisted to some extent today, this afternoon.
Yeah.
And they managed to have also planted a pole where the Liberian flag was hosted as well. So now you have 2 flags. You don't just have the Guinean flag, you have the Liberian flag there as well.
Yeah.
So the Guinean flag, it is there, and then you have the Liberian flag there as well. The people are somehow...
I wanted to ask him about the distance between the 2 flags. He spoke about, he spoke about, young people.
Yeah, the young people. Yeah, I think I have a video of that to that effect.
Okay, protecting the flag of Liberia. What are the Guinean soldiers are still there, whether they left, but like 43 men, the report I got, and Princess, 43 members Liberian delegation left from here. And
right now, or
no, the initial, like we're talking about the initial situation.
Yeah.
But now it is, for now, from what we got from him, it is calm, but the tension is still.
Yes, and
slippery.
also Emmanuel said earlier on you had Francis Umale there and the superintendent. They held talks with those people, and according to him, it was fruitful. I mean, that's just a report, but how can it be a very fruitful meeting? Now you have
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday was fruitful.
So it was fruitful. So how come it is unfruitful this morning?
The men in Kihuna, they finish
They
doing
think
their
about it,
work, they forget about it. Then the Guinea men know the French men again leading. The French men too say.
Yeah,
but I think to add up, Princess, before you want Oliver to come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's have Oliver on, and after that we're going to have a talk here. Mr. Khan, you listen to Emmanuel Soa. He narrated exactly what happened between the weekend and this afternoon. He said a lot of things. I don't know if you were following when he was on the line. Did you listen to him, or should I just say what he said?
So I followed, and for the record, Emmanuel Soa has been our correspondent in Lofa County for the last 5 to 6 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so look, you see, yesterday when I was leaving the show, I said something. I said people should pray for Liberia.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, and I hope those who are listening again will follow. If you got your prayer mother, tell her to pray for Liberia. If you got your prayer father, whoever you got who know God better than you do, tell them to pray for this country. There is a leadership gap that we have, and it is very serious. There is a whole report that we have, and it's good that Emmanuel Soa mentioned the first meeting. In the first meeting, the Guineans are saying our government, we the Liberian people should take our flag from to the water side and carry the flag way deep into Lofa. We should take our flag from the Mancona River and carry it deep into Foya. And that's about 800 meters from the water, from the middle of the water, 800 meters into Foya. That's why the Guineans demanded, in the presence of Francis Yumali and other people, including Henry Pearson, the former NSA director, who is now passport director.
Yeah.
They were all in a meeting. Davidson Fola, the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia, they were all in the meeting according to the report that we gathered. We stand to be corrected on it. They were all in the meeting when the Guineans requested that the only way they will listen to us in this country is we got to take our flag from the water side and carry 800 meters from the middle of the Mancona River into Foya. And that was how that meeting ended. So when you listen, when you hear him talk about the first meeting and how a fruitful discussion was held, that was how that meeting was concluded. What we saw today is very terrible.
It is.
You saw young Liberians, and you would know that most of them are natives of Foya District, Lofa County, Kissy boys, mounting up the courage to go and hold the Liberian flag. And I wish you could play the video.
Yeah, so we have the video. We're going to play that after.
Yes. So you saw young Lofa carrying, hosting the flag and singing the national anthem when our military people set him on Monrovia, grabbing 72nd lane. Our military people put him civilian officers on the second barrack, showing arm, breaking have yourself in the team center, pumping muscle. Joe Biden going on the scene, telling the viewers they're gonna make a new lane. But I carry in Lofa with no gun, no collar, nothing, hosting our flag. That's a best priority. The government is serious. The president sworn an oath to protect the Liberian people and the constitution, including the territorial integrity of our country. You sit there. By this time, we should have a serious presence of the national security forces, not to go but instituting law enforcement and say the presence of security officers can mitigate any danger, any crime, 50%. Let's assume if you just take security and start security to Freedom FM, if there were people who could steal, people who can steal phone, people who can steal laptop, the mere fact that there is a security officer there, it means that man stealing in a hat, if you finish changing a man 50%, and you want to be looking for opportunity where maybe the security is sleepy or not. As compared to if there is no security, the man will not even have the chance to think for the second thought. You will not even have the chance to do second thought thinking. You will just go and see quickly. The presence of security alone is a deterrent. The Guineans know that we don't have security on the side of our border. If we have 1 or 2 hour, how you call the thing, war thing. President, we went to Saudi Arabia when your president, he brought most of the army vehicles. And we had about 3 or 4 of them stationed at the border. In that situation, with our men there, even when the plane checker, when the Guineans across the border decide to go on, they know that there are men across there. Let's call Liberia and have the conversation instead of walking. The soldiers from Guinea walked to our country because when they look across the border, they wouldn't saw 4 immigration officers in khaki uniform. They're not even dressed good. They're looking hungry. They're not even eat correctly. And say, okay, you know what? They are only full. Let's go there with 40 men. Let's go there with 30 men. Let's go there with 23 men with arms. This is insensitivity. We can agree that the president will be breaking our hostage in Monrovia. We can agree that government official friends will come with fake land deed and can demolish our property in Monrovia and whatever. We can agree with that one. But what we not agree upon is for this government to apply a lackadaisical approach, very lazy, weak approach, and see our neighbors crumbling upon us. The least they can do for us is to protect us. If the people can go to that piece of land for you and start taking it, those people could decide to invade this country. The government and the president should be very serious. They were serious to take 72nd lane. Alexa, Jerome?
Oh, yeah.
They were serious. So in the morning, 5 o'clock, they brought bar wire. All the one thing. Civilian who not fighting them. Civilian who just, ordinary citizens who not even got issue with them. They brought one thing. They brought military vehicle, BB gun. So the second to put it down. Let them say now, they leave our border empty in Lufa. Vulnerable. Imagine what Emmanuel Soa is saying. That young people have to go to the extent to be singing national anthem and hosting our flag. When you watch the video keenly, you will see 1 or 2 officers of the Guinean National Army present when the young soldiers are doing it. When the young civilians are doing what they were doing when they were hosting the Liberian flag. That is a serious, and I repeat, that's a serious time bomb. There could be any eruption of violence in a place. Come to think of it, what would have happened if the Guinean military had come on the scene where those Foya boys were hosting the flag and talking an altercation happening? You know what we'll be talking about now? There will be casualty. Our young Kissy brothers' lives will be at risk. Why? Because the government is incompetent. The government is incapacitated. Huh? The government ain't got the capacity, rather, to handle the issue at hand. Rector Kuhn said to him, Moreover, asking for gas when there's a national security issue in Lover County. That a young Kissy terrorists ought to be jumping to host our flag at the border when the rest of the military and the rest of the joint security focus in Monrovia. Look at the other video. They were all in the men from under the taxi. Laboratory management, the police were already in front of the taxi because they want to a taxi to carry it to go lock it up. Our border empty. We need security at the borders. But the only security they have are security officers who will beat our young boys and petty traders. They go Magnet Street and beat the people tearing. Seize their goods and relay. Stealing their goods, beating sellers. Running behind motorcyclists. I want to know. Our borders are vulnerable. They leave our borders at the mercy of young civilians who do not have the wherewithal, who do not have the military capability to stand and defend the territorial integrity of our country. We voted these people, whether we voted or not. The fact that they won the election, it means the Liberian people decided. And President Baka and the people ain't able to save this country, to protect this country. Let them tell us. Let them tell us. To have foreign people encroaching on our soil and you find them in Monrovia, filibustering and showing power to civilians, it makes sense. I'm not saying they should go start firing guns to the Guinean soldiers. But if you do not have the strength, if they do not have the courage to stand up to the Guinean soldiers and tell them, no, this is our place. Until ECOWAS can come in, you do not have the right to come here with guns. If they cannot stand up, they should not be showing muscle in Monrovia. When they asked Joe Parker to 72nd on what happened to the people land, the military land, the civilian in 72nd Paris, he said, God, I'm making new land. Let the people leave the poor area. He was able to tell his own citizens that God, I'm making new land. But if President Yumale were able to agree with the Guineans that we must take our flag from the water side and bring it deep into Foya. Also, that only on the citizens of this country, the government know how to show power. Or only on the citizens, only to break people's houses down, to be clearing people's houses, and instead of island they're looking for, breaking down people's homes, making people poor, and instead of island they're looking for, when the country is being crushed upon by people from Guinea, and they do not say anything serious, they go to meeting and they are kicking out. You pray for the country. You pray for the country. The country is in serious mess. The government to a greater extent, the government is showing some degree of their inability to protect us, and it is scary. This is not something that just started happening. You heard Emmanuel said about a month ago You heard Emmanuel, he said about a month ago, a serious government, a sound government, a responsible government, about a month ago would have had a delegation sent to Guinea, would have had too many interventions done to prevent what is happening today. The young terror went and hosted the Labyrinth flag today. Do you know how the Guineans will respond tomorrow? Do you know how the Guineans will respond tonight? You got a bunch of people sitting in Monrovia jeopardizing our safety and our security. Jeopardizing our safety and our security. And to be asking for scratch card, Richard Kunsen down there, he wants scratch card and crying for. That'll be giving Madeleine Cooper scratch card. So we sharing scratch card with the Panama County and all you want to do. But we got national security issues at the border in Lofa County. Then he's crying, Gafwana won't get his scratch card. So yeah, I'm going to go and rent Gafwana. But we got national issues happening. Is this the responsible government they were promising? Is this the responsible government they were passing noise in our ear for? When the national border is under threat, our land is being encroached upon by our neighbors. The football president was here and we did not see that crap happening. The man who said they didn't have any diplomatic, any political, any administrative. The man who said knew nothing about political governance. He was here. We did not see any bull crap of such nature happening. Oh, today, for the 2 years of experience, political experience, man, governance experience is in power, and the Guineans who used to respect the country, the Guineans who used to respect Liberia very well. Guineans walking here with their guns, so encroaching our land, and all our leaders doing in Monrovia is to be seizing properties from Liberian citizens. Guineans taking out what they're not talking. They put a tail between their legs. But when one small civilian goes to that one old house to 72nd Barry to be living inside because he ain't got place to stay, President Baga will go there and say, God, I'm making new land. They ever will take them. Go past the 72nd right now before I submit election in Jerome. Past the 72nd, they ever finish putting one canopy on the football field of 72nd Barry. They put new signboard there. They got people gun sitting all around. Our border is vulnerable. This is not governance. They should stop playing with our safety. If the president won't buy $1.2 million car, let him do it. If he won't pay a $10 million property in for ya, let him do it. That is if the Guinean soya will not consider that property in for ya. Anything you want to let him do it, but he should protect our country so that our neighbors will not come and take this. This is the only place we have. If you can protect our country, you are not worthy of being our father. Any father who cannot protect their house is not worthy of being our father. So I ain't saying the man do politics, the man be joking and be asking for gas in Monrovia and be asking for Strascar in Monrovia. If they cannot provide our territorial protection, then they should just tell the Liberian people and we find somebody else to be president of this country. That's my submission on this matter. I'm following.
Okay, Chief.
Oh, well.
The man fair to do. I don't want to
no,
Princess,
I understand.
No, Princess, Mrs. Sunday. I think I used to be consensus.
Because I'm a country. I beg you, man. But on a more serious note, should I go before? No, go after that. I'm just gonna and we go to comments.
Yeah, I think but we seriously running out of time. So I will just recap. Those of you who just joined us, we had who from Lofa County?
We had Emmanuel Soa, correspondent.
Yeah,
from
so
Lofa County.
you can get a fact from here. Mm-hmm. And for now, we can say you can be in panic, huh? But before Princess, I don't want to, talk much on this because I think this is really concerning. But tensions are high at the Liberia-Guinea border in Foya District, Lofa County, following reports of armed Guinean soldiers crossing the Maconan River into Liberia territory on March 10, 2026. Local reports indicate soldiers planted a flag causing concern over territorial encroachment, while officials initially discussed resolving the situation related to the local sand mining incident. Report suggested in this location, they say incident is centered around Solomba Town, Foya District in Lofa County, along the Makona River. Armed Guinean forces allegedly crossed into Liberian territory with reports of them removing a Liberian flag and planting their own, prompting fear among local residents. The dispute stems from contested claims over a 800-meter area near the river, often linked to sand mining, with Guinean forces taking serious stance against Liberia. A 43-member Liberian delegation met with Guinean authorities in Gegedu to resolve the issue, though tension continues in that part of Liberia. Residents are calling for urgent government intervention to rescue the situation. Princess, the people calling rescue now.
So we have like a few minutes to go, and I would just like to say this. I think it is really, really a sad thing to be, I don't want to say to be a Liberian before you think that we're not patriotic or nationalistic, but I think it is really a sad thing right now in this country to be proud of your government you brought to power, to be proud of the government that's governing this country.
You say proud, Princess?
It is a sad thing to be proud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say this without any apology. Oliver sounded very hurt, and I share the same view. I'm very hurt. I'm sad. I'm disappointed, in fact. Very disappointed. Because imagine what was narrated just a few minutes ago by our Lofa County correspondent. He was very clear on what was happening. He did not say this thing started just yesterday. He did not say it started just over the weekend. He said over a month ago, last month. So it means it has been a long time since this thing started. So if you have a very serious government, a government that pays attention to our national security and safety in this country, a government that cares about the protection of their citizens 100%, we would not be here having this discussion. And I would like to say hats off to those young men. And I don't know if they have women there, but I would like to say hats off to all of you, the youngsters who managed to have hosted the Liberian flag. That's just one step. What happens next? That's $1 million question, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few minutes from now. According to Emmanuel, they had a conversation and it was fruitful. And I keep thinking and asking myself, it was fruitful, but why again did we have Guinean soldiers there this morning? I think the people who attended the meeting, they should be able, or they should have given us an update as to what was happening, you know, at the Lofa Guinean border and what exactly were the talks. It didn't have to be in detail, but they should have taught us exactly what they had a conversation about and how they have sorted out that.
To be fair with the public.
To be fair. But no, we got up yesterday. We went through our day, and later on we had a whole new update of what's happening in Lofa County, and the citizens are scared, and there are people who are saying, you know, the people want to declare war on us, which is not really it at this point, you know. But when your government cannot protect you, or when the government cannot protect its people, it becomes scary, very scary, because people will be thinking, what exactly are we to do next? Those people had fear instilled in them. They didn't have anyone to turn to. Imagine you had some of our immigration officers. They were not armed. They were not equipped to be able to help in the process. They were not even many, by the way, just a few of them. And Guinean soldiers had to penetrate again to Lofa County, to that side in Foya, Solumba border. And after they did what they did, again, they returned this morning. So Oliver said, all right, we don't know what's going to happen tonight. We don't know what's going to happen in the morning. Because we could go to bed and get up in the morning with something else happening. Now our armed forces of Liberia, right? This is the moment to flex your muscles, your strength there in Lofa County. We're not sending you to fight war. No, we're sending you to intervene timely We're sending you.
That's
Now, time to show yourself. We're sending you to intervene. We're sending you to go there to be able to protect our people.
Now, the police,
Yeah, you can be fighting police all day.
so you can be beating the police.
I know, I want to say that one. And you can go to 72nd and be removing citizens.
Yeah.
The strength you have, you flexed your strength on Liberians.
Yeah.
You flexed your strength on your very own police officers. Now it is the moment to go to Lofa County. It is if you have not protected us in this country of recent, this is the moment to go ahead and protect us. Please. This is not even to be on a pew, but this is a very serious thing that's happened. It is not funny. We're laughing about it because of how it started and how we're getting different comments. Those youngsters who have gone there to host our flag, they went there because they feel like they were taken advantage of. You know, they went there because they were like, this is our space. And now that we do not have any officers here, we do not have anyone to protect us, we need to stand up. We need to stand up for ourselves. We need to stand up for our people because we don't have people who are supposed to protect us. I'm scared for them. And I'm scared for them because they went there without any arms. You know, some of them, they're not some of them, but I'm sure they're not even trained to be able to handle, arms or whatever. They went there without being armed. They went there with the courage they have within them, their bravery. They went there with love for their country. And they were also scared to some extent, but they're like, we need to protect ourselves. The government of Liberia should be thinking about what to do with the president, the Minister of Defense or the Ministry of Defense. All these people, we have our embassy in Guinea. What's happening there? What's happening there? Are you guys having talks over what's happening in Lofa County? And if the information is confirmed, because Oliver narrated, the meeting that was held, what was discussed and stuff, he said it is yet to be 100% confirmed. He stands to be corrected, by the way, for the record. Yeah, he stands to be corrected because it was given to him from a source. So again, I would like to reiterate, if the information we got from the meeting, we stand to be corrected. If the information is confirmed, it means Francis Yumale needs to apologize to Liberians 100% because he did not inform us. The people who were in that meeting, they should apologize to us for not updating the public as to what was happening, what was discussed. And you're putting us in harm's way. You're putting us in danger. And this is a moment for us to be rescued. Yet we don't know exactly how to be rescued because even the president, I don't know. I read somewhere that they're planning on an emergency meeting tomorrow morning. Imagine something that started yesterday, and a meeting that was held again over the weekend, and you are discussing you're having an emergency meeting tomorrow morning.
Sometimes you just take your
what
phone
is that
automatically and
exactly
your
you should be sending your Minister of Defense along with some officers of the armed forces of Liberia or members of the armed forces of Liberia. You should be sending them there to have a conversation while you are discussing an emergency meeting in the morning. That's what we're discussing. And our lawmakers who are supposed to even make this as today's discussion of the day, those people were very unserious to have said we're summoning the Minister of Finance over our just benefit. You would say you are not the Ministry of Defense, you are not the Minister of Defense, but that doesn't cut it. You have the power to summon people whenever you have these different issues in the country, but you don't care about it because you don't care about Liberians. So all we have to say to you, Mr. President Joseph Boakai, you need to run this country. You need to have citizens to be protected. Imagine that's Lofa County, our county. I don't want to be tribalistic or whatever it is, but imagine just Lofa County and this is happening. What if you have other people? You're talking about the Mano River project. Like none of us will be calling the man exactly at your room, right? Guinea, Liberia, we're all part of the MRU.
Yeah.
Since you're talking about the Mano River project, like none of us will start calling all the member states. Call all the member states and have a meeting again to have a conversation about what's happening. I did not experience war. No, I've heard stories and all those different things. But at the end of the day, we need to be very serious. You cannot flex your strength, your muscles on your very own citizens. And when it is moment to protect your citizens, you're nowhere there. Imagine there's no presence of AFL. My people.
And I would have want to experience war, so we're not
country in trouble. Hi, Yaka. I'm so scared. They born and go down there with a bare hand. I gotta play this, right? We have like we're already over here, but I mean, we're just gonna play this.
Take one or two.
Yeah, we're gonna take few calls.
I put a flag up.
You listen to one of the young people, right? He said, when you call for all to die, will die. Right?
And Princess, let me just say something before you go to the line.
Yeah.
You see, there's critical issues. There's critical issue. That is why the Unity Party folks should not take other people like they are inferior.
Oh, yeah.
And they are the superior, because at the end of the day, they will say, y'all move for here, man. Y'all ain't go to school. You're not nobody.
And are the native people there?
The people who defending the country today, the one who say they are so sophisticated, they know book, they know everything, they are modern. They sit in the capital city fighting for money, but the people who they can be causing, say you not know they you get limited man, you did that the people raising their life with our guns. Go to the line.
So, we're going to continue this conversation, I'm sure, Thursday.
Yeah.
So call us. We're going to take maybe 5 calls or 3 calls because we're already out of time. So I think we have someone on our local line. Hello. Hello, go ahead.
Thank you, Princess Fanja and your colleague. This is the common people chairman. I'm CMP with the ministry. The lesson we are very thankful for our number that this president is incapacitated, and this leadership, they are incapacitated to run the affairs, to run the intricacies of Liberia. But that's not the issue. Let me just give it out to our brave and strong comrades who were very much patriotic and nationalistic in those guys who are hosting and slain. In this one, I don't want us to talk politics, green or blue Liberia. If the army cannot handle our affairs, let him go for conscription. So here, we are willing to defend every macro inch of this country. We cannot have the Guineans having the guts. Look, Elisa, you say something. That's not it. The people already declare war on us. Elisa, your flag is your symbol. The symbol of your existence is our flag. If those people can drop our flag and then put their flag there, they already it's out of war. See, Elisa, this is not the first time. Those guys had a guts to walk to Rome overnight. I know what you heard a story. There was a Guinean guy in jail, Guinean Liberian. There was a conflict about the
Yeah.
No, Elisa, those guys, the muscle have guts to come to South Beach overnight in their United City and arm, had dared them walk in the capital of our country to take somebody from our prison cell, violating our law. They are always kept their bound. If our army can handle this, let them go for conscription. Some are willing to share our blood for this country. We can go to defend our motherland. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to hear from this person. Hello. Hello, go ahead. Hello. We don't have time, so if you're calling us, you have to be very straight to the point. Hello. Yes, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is Jerry King, and I join you from our resident here. This thing about Guinea cousin of Liberia, it is that thing. Jerry was born.
Uh-oh. Hello. I think we're having some problem with the line. Hello.
Yeah, how are you, Elijah?
Very well. Go ahead. No time.
I'm Richardson calling from Mike Lee County.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this thing should not be to all. Even in that student FMU guys hosted one other public from Super Country, and we talk about it. Waka man, when he became president, this great thing will happen. Will be affect the country. It happening. So if so, we have right here. Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to take 2 more calls, and after that, we're going to call it a day here because we don't have time. We're already out of time. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Go ahead. No time.
Yeah, this is Mohammed calling you from district number 17.
Go ahead, Mohammed.
The Guinea, I believe that they just teaching up. Our in Cote d'Ivoire, when the people ready, they need to put their plea up. Then they are ready to get their plea. But I don't know whether we got their job. So the person is joking over there. If they were serious, then you come and see that you come to put their plea up. What the plea with the government got. So the best thing, if the government want to have a call, the war is not good. That war is not working also. Taking your friend who's on the shore, that the one that take our piece of land.
My man, land conflict is different from declaring war.
But anyways, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I understand your concern. I mean, everybody is concerned at this
yeah,
point.
Someone hungry here with war.
Thank you so much. We'll take the next person. Hello. Okay, we have the last person. Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Alexa.
Hi, Mama. You are our last call. I'll make you go big. You don't be proud of me.
Oh, okay. No, I will go to kill you. I mean,
Regular caller.
Thank you, Mama. I want to know what God making you. I mean,
That's you.
I knew what God made you. I mean, for other women, but I'm a singer. And now they give you. I mean, no.
Yeah,
we are calling again. Football African. She's going to what they see, get it there. They scare it. They run away. They see our whole phone. They run away. But they're not putting the horse there today for their money to get striker and their gas plate to get free. You get the J speaker to get not get any guy you see. When you see one there. I get it. He's there with me.
My sister, thank you so much. We'll see. We'll listen to you. Thank you so much. No time.
That my sister conclude.
No, my sister Popo in trouble.
All right, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, my sister.
Okay, so thank you so much. Before we go,
Yes, it was wonderful, and I actually appreciate the connection from Oliver Kahn, from outside a Blossom International, broadcasting to Freedom Hub, and that's the beauty of Freedom Hub. Join us whenever you see the team, Princess Oliver and Adrian Roosevelt. Thanks to our followers and those of you following via radio. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of you. Adrian was here. Mr. Kine, Oliver Kine joined us via the phone, and we had a conversation. So all I have to say, our borders are to be protected because Liberians are not animals. We are to be protected. Even animals are to be protected. We are real people, and the fact that we're citizens of this country would need to be protected. The president promised the day of his inauguration, when he was sworn into office, the oath he took was to also protect Liberians. So we look forward to exactly what's going to happen in the next couple of hours from now. But to our young boys and young women out there in Lofa County, please stay safe. And thank you so much for hosting our flag. Again, something that was not done by the people who are to protect us. Thank you so much. We talk to you Thursday, because tomorrow is holiday, I'm told. Is it?
Yeah.
So we're not going to be here. Decoration Day. So before I leave again, I would like to say happy birthday to you, Augustine Saumbaya. Today is your birthday, and celebrate. Thank you so much for all you do for me.
You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now when they die, but the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue.